Hello, good morning. Welcome to my channel. Um, I've had a lot of things going on in my life, and I have a testimony about how good God is. And I just wanted to talk about the magic that's gone on in my life from decisions that I've made. Once you make a decision and give it to God, He can make magic happen. Back in 2013, 2014, I was doing hair. I'm a hair stylist. I was doing hair in my kitchen, and by word of mouth, the clientele grew and grew, and pretty soon I was doing just about everybody's hair in the neighborhood, and they would come in and sit in my little makeshift station. I had a little, like one of those oblong mirrors that you would put in a bedroom, and I had a microwave cart as my station, and I had a office chair as my styling chair, and I'd have people sit in it and do their hair. And I was charging $20, I think, a haircut. So it was good little side money because I also had a job at a local walk-in salon place. And when you work for one of those places, you get stuck on hours that they want you to work that are not convenient, or undesirable hours that you really don't want to work. So I was like gravitating towards working more for myself. And then I just had enough of the hair all over the kitchen and decided the one night, I want my own place. I want to get a little place. I don't care if it's just me working. I need to get out of the kitchen and into a little place behind, in a chair, behind a chair somewhere. And so as soon as I made that decision, and I told my husband, who I've been married to for going on 10 years, I think we've been together for 20. I said that I really want to do this. And he said, oh, good for you. He was not really encouraging, but he was also not saying, no, you shouldn't do it. He's like, whatever you want to do. So that night, one of his friends came over, I thought, to visit him, but he came over with an offer for me. It just so happens that him and his wife have this building, and they fashioned out 2 little suites on the side for, to rent out or whatever. So he actually came over to say hi to us and offer me, he said, did you ever think about opening your own little place? And I go, yeah, weirdly, I was just saying that I wanted to do that. And he's like, well, I think I have the perfect place. Why don't you come look at it? So I looked at it, and it was just an empty room, a shell. And I'm like, this, could work. It was probably 25 feet by 20-foot room. And he was in construction, so he does, the build out of everything. So I drew, a rectangle on paper and kind of showed him where the sinks would have to go, the hair stations. We decided how many. I was only going to do 3 hair stations, but then I said, what the hell? We got enough room for 1 more. It kind of blocks the doorway, but it worked. And so I've got this salon. I opened it in 2014. And the rent was super low. It was only $700 a month, and it was really affordable. The first month or 2 were kind of scary because people don't really know you're there at first, and you gotta wait and do nothing, and you spend all your time staring at the walls and scared that it's not going to work out. But with some ads in the local paper and some ads on the placemats at the local diner, and a little bit of, you know, I invested in that. It paid off because people started seeing your name and getting curious and looking and coming in. But to rewind there, when I was putting the place together, everything came together so magically, so precise, so like it was meant to be. If I said to myself, I need a reception desk, I'd just look at on Marketplace or something, and there was the one I wanted. I like black and chrome. So black and chrome, I have black and chrome chairs, black and chrome reception chair, black sinks. I like the color black. And everything I needed was affordable. I had $10,000 to invest into everything I was doing. That's all I had. So I bought the furniture, and then I still needed money to buy my starter kit with the Goldwell color. And so that was $1,500 to get the starter kit. It got me a can of every color that I'd need, the basics, and the, you know, other supplies like the developers and the bowls and everything. So I did well on that. $1,500. I think I charged it to one of my credit cards. And then, you know, you sit and you wait for the customers to come, and that's scary. But like I said, with some faith, I knew it was going to work because God brought me that far to open a place of my own, get the licensing, and so I'm sitting there waiting for clients to come in little by little, one at a time. I start building up a little, and then I'm going to the grocery store one day after work, and I see my old coworker that I used to work with at a hair salon, and she's like, how you doing? What you up to? I go, oh yeah, I got a salon and I don't have anyone to work with. She's like, really? And then she's curious, so she comes and looks at it, and she ended up putting her notice in with her boss, you know, and she was with me 2 weeks later. She was on board with me, and she had some clients that followed her from that place. And also, you know, when clients would walk in the door, sometimes they were our old clients that we used to work on when we all worked together in the village. So from there, we built up fairly quick, and so far it's been real good from 2014, and today is March 30th, 2026, and my lease is almost up at the end of this year, which I'm getting a head start on things because months fly by so fast. You got to be on top of this. But anyways, I will break this into 2 parts. So if you want to know the rest, join me on my next. Thank you.